Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we're going to do a
complete Bandcamp guide. Yeah.
But first, let's dump some new music on you from some band called Kindercore. This is Gospel of Hate. Oh, yeah.
Right now, Hamanda Aka Ata Raka Teda Baka Sanda Ata Ambo Osa Kata Rite Eke Banda Ata Rike Didi Asha.
Good morning, welcome to the show. Give that some applause maybe. That was the new Kindercore single that drops tomorrow on all the streaming services, or at least tomorrow here in Australia, across Apple and Spotify and all the bizzos through DistroKid. It drops tomorrow. It just dropped on YouTube, that particular video clip. So you can see that now. It just went public. There will be an official video clip coming for it also, which we'll be doing here on the channel over the next period of time. Who knows? What's time at the moment? I can't really fathom time at the moment. So there it is. That's and today it's going to be released on Bandcamp. We're going to release it right here today with this wonderful, hopefully wonderful tutorial, a guide for Bandcamp. So if you're stuck on a few things, you're wondering how to do certain things on Bandcamp, well, we will try to cover them all today, from setting up a basic account to listen to music and download and purchase music, to also creating multiple band names, looking into vinyl, releasing your own merch, generating codes to be able to actually cash them in for anybody who needs to know how to do that.
Boom.
Let's say hello to you all. Welcome to the show. I'm Jade also. This is How to App on iOS. Hello, Audible Video and Cold Acre, Joe Glenn, Mark Bro, Jim Shannon on Sounds, L'Reality, Sean Chandler, SM Borthwick. We haven't done this for a while. Doctor's
Orders.
Hello, Doctor's Orders. Hello, Ben, me, myself, and iPhone. Thomas Christ, what's going on? Saw the Metalhead Hippie here as well. Where did I see him? Reality, there he is. Metalhead Hippie.
Boom.
And Pigeons are here again. Who else do I see here? Jim Shannon on Sounds. Dan Eckberg, hello. Mark Bro, what's going on? Pete Johns, I saw briefly sneak his head in and disappear as he's probably getting the kids off to school. There's Greg O'Sullivan. It's happening. And I think Cold Acre, I think I got all of you. If I've missed you, just let me. Mateus, did I see Mateus here as well? I think I did. Hi, Mateus. I can't find you in the chat here. I'm scrolling like a mad bitch. But welcome all. Thank you for being here. If you're watching on the replay, hello to you. Do the liking stuff. If you haven't subscribed already, it does help with the channel. Always got lots of interesting things on here, I hope. Tutorials and interviews with really cool people and things like this. Performances on the weekend. There's so much always happening here on this channel. Try to keep it interesting and fun. I'm going to give you an update, even if you don't want it. So most of you know I had some hospital stuff yesterday. Didn't go like I wanted it to, unfortunately. So I've been fasting all night and all since 10 o'clock last night. I just took a piss test. Yay. I'm heading in straight after this show, or about half an hour after this show. They're doing all manner of tests. They're doing a test for everything. So yeah. And I can't tell you anymore, man. Things are not looking good. But we'll keep you updated with what's going on. And at least today, after I do all this blood tests and stuff, I've got new glasses. So I'm going to go pick them up and at least faff up my face a little bit and try and feel good about going blind. I've never owned glasses. These are like cheap chemist, magnified glasses. So I actually have my first prescriptions that I'm going to go pick up today. That's kind of exciting. So it is what it is. But let's do this today. Right, so we'll jump over here and look at price drops. What do we got on the price drop front? We have Eludo, Maestro, Mood, Electric Vintage, Matrix Vocoder, Tap Delay. So as I said, nothing's really changed from yesterday. A lot of cool apps are on sale at the moment, which is great. If you haven't used this before, this app Sliced, there's a link down in the description. The link, you can copy and paste it into your browser or just open it up in a browser. And then what I suggest is once you load this in, you can hit this little thing up here on your iDevice and scroll to favorite. And then every day when you click on the link, it'll take you directly to only the music apps that are on sale. Yeah. So that link is down there in the description for you to use. But today we are going to be having a look at Bandcamp. What is Bandcamp? Bandcamp is an alternative music store. The way I found Bandcamp, sorry, I am not able to drink coffee today. I'm so on edge because of the fasting. So a bit stressed today. So what is Bandcamp? I found Bandcamp when I wanted to download some really extreme death metal. Yeah. Extreme death metal. Sometimes extreme death metal ends up having very graphic artwork. And a lot of the majors like Apple Music and Spotify refuse to put it up because the artwork's too graphic. So where do artists go? Back in the day, we had places like mp3.com and MySpace and all this. It was free range. You could do whatever the fuck you wanted. But with the rise of Apple, Spotify, and the Amazons and all of these titles and places, censorship is kind of a little bit of a thing. You can get away with a lot of stuff, but certain things won't get published, especially artwork by like Cannibal Corpse and stuff like that. Really graphic artwork, and there's some really cool extreme bands. So that's how I got into Bandcamp, because I was able to find really extreme grindcore and death metal that you couldn't find anywhere else, and really underground stuff. It almost reminded me of back when I was a kid, when you were tape trading, because that's, many of you probably wouldn't even remember this, or maybe you do. To get good metal back in the days when I was a kid, there used to be people around who'd have like lists of music that you could get on cassette, and you could tape trade because you couldn't get it here in Australia, or you couldn't get it in certain countries. And Bandcamp essentially is that. But over time, it has got bigger and bigger and bigger, mainly because with the rise of streaming services, what has happened is less people are buying albums on the Apple iTunes Music Store. So, and there's a little bit of a delay with earning money from those services. If you release your music through distribution, say DistroKid, we love DistroKid, of course, or whoever else you're releasing music through, you've got to wait every 3 months before you can get those funds. And with some of the services too, you can't actually release the money until you hit a threshold. But with Bandcamp, every time you release something, as soon as somebody buys it, that money is deposited straight into your choice of banking, which most of the time is PayPal. They take a very small fee, but it's so much worth it because, that money just comes directly to you. It's immediate. There's no waiting around. And so Bandcamp's really cool for that. There's a few issues I have with Bandcamp. We'll talk about those. It's something they haven't changed yet. But over time, Bandcamp, like many other services, have introduced new things as well. So, new ways to release music. You can release vinyl and CDs and even your own merchandise if you've had it made up and all of that stuff. You can do that through Bandcamp, so it's not only your music. They've released new things like ticketed streaming, which many of you may not even know that exists, but it does. So there are two forms of Bandcamp accounts you can have. There is a personal account, which is where you buy music. And then there's an artist account in which you create an artist profile. So right now I'm just at bandcamp.com. So if we go to our little link up the top, you can just see it's bandcamp.com. So if you are signing up for the first time, this is where you would sign up to become a user, where you buy stuff. This is your handle where you buy stuff. So pretty easy to do. You just sign up. So there's 3 ways to do it. You can sign up as a fan and just follow your favorite artists. That is what we are talking about. That is just as a user, a fan. You can sign up as an artist, or you can sign up as a label. And I know quite a few people who have label accounts. I myself don't have a label account. I have a fan account, obviously, and I have multiple artist accounts. Pretty easy to sign up as a fan. It's pretty much that's it. Email address, password, and a freaking username, and you're done. All the other stuff you can add once you're signed up, and you're good to go. And it costs you nothing. $0. It also costs you $0 to create a artist account. And every time you release something, guess how much it costs to release something? $0. Absolutely $0. So this is a fantastic alternative for people who don't want to sign up to a streaming service. We'll talk about the streaming limitations you can put on songs as well too, which is pretty cool. So I've already got an account here. I don't need to run. I'm not going to set up a brand new account, but this is it. You tick the little box. You're good to go. Hi, Russ. If it's anyone else I've missed, I do apologise. Got to say hi to Russ. It's for the birds, Russ. All right. Now, if I sign up as an artist, is it any different? It takes you to the artist page. So this is a different part of Bandcamp. And you'll see when I click the address here, it is a different address. So https bandcamp.com/artists. So you are creating a separate account, and there are ways to link these. You will need to link them. And it used to be a lot harder to do, to link them, but it's got a lot easier now. You can do it from within your fan account. So the sign-up process for an artist, not much different, yeah? So you've got artist band name, your username, a password, an email, and confirm your email, do the terms and conditions, and you're good to go. That will do the sign-up for you. Back out of this, and I'm going to sign into my account, and we're going to take a look through what's happening. We're also going to upload the new Kindercore track, which we opened the show with today, show you all of that. And if you do, so have streaming set up or like a distribution through DistroKid, which we're going to do today. I'll show you how to take your ISRC codes and insert them into your tracks as well. Yeah, because that is a very worthwhile thing to do. So I'm going to log in, and I'm just going to take you off this screen because you don't need to see my login details, do you? There's absolutely no reason for you to see my login details at all. Boom. We are logged in, and it has taken me, I have logged in as a user. So this is my user account, and within here you can create your own profile, where you're from, how many profile views it tells you you've had, you can add a picture, do all that kind of stuff. Straight off the bat, it tells you all of the things that you have purchased. So if I hit more, it gives you a list of things that I've purchased. I've even purchased cassettes. I've purchased hard copies of real music. Because you can do that on here, and it's really cool. So you'll notice I have some stuff from people in the community. And this is interesting. You're probably going to sit here and look at my Bandcamp and go, you don't really have a lot of stuff of people from the community. Well, you know, I don't have all the fucking money in the world, and I pay for Apple Music. So I listen to a lot of my stuff on Apple Music. There's a reason why. There is a reason why. The app on iOS is clunky for Bandcamp. It's pretty shit. If I'm completely honest, I don't want to fucking open up the Bandcamp app to listen to music on my iPad. I just don't. I feel like they should make it a little bit easier to do things. So a lot of the time I'll buy certain things, you know, but a lot of the time I have everything streamed for me. So you from here, you can see your collection. You can add things to a wish list. Say you don't have the money, but you want to make sure you remember to buy this certain things. You can add things to a wish list. You can check out who's following you. So you can see people who are following you. And as you can see, I haven't checked this for a while. So there's people I should start following. Look at this. Feisty Feather. I'll go through and do this. Hitriani. Look at all these people I've neglected to follow. Let's just follow everybody here. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm sounding like hippie, boom. And my head's going to explode. I'm booming so much. There we go. Done. So I'm following all those people. You can see who's following you as well. Yeah. Oh, no, these are the people I'm following. Sorry. So you can see artists that I'm following, all this kind of stuff here. You can edit your profile too. So you can go in here and edit your profile. Just let me check. Cool. All right. So this is basically your blurb. So a little bit about you, your web link, where you're from. Pretty simple stuff. Just to give people a look at what you want. You can add a banner up here. So I think it does give you the dimensions. The help section in Bandcamp is really good. You can find pretty much anything you need to in the help section, which is cool. If you need to find out more of anything, to search for artists, well, you've got a nice big search bar up the top here. Pretty easy to do. I can type in Hitriani, bang, there he is. Comes up straight away. Doof. And there's all his stuff. So there's his page straight away. Really easy to find people. This could be better than SoundCloud. This shit's all over SoundCloud, man. SoundCloud's crap. SoundCloud is a money pit. It really is a money pit. And yeah, it's garbage. In my opinion. It's just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Shit's all over SoundCloud. Because you get to create a really... the problem with SoundCloud compared to Bandcamp, look at this page. Look how clean it is. Look how clean that is, right? I can hit music, and it's going to take... We've got music. Go to the community here and see you've got a community tab. Everything's very clean, very simple. When I click on an album or a song, it takes me straight to it. It's so clean. It really is clean. And the big play button up here, no advertising, no things popping up on your screen. I can just hit this and boom, it'll start playing. And we're off. Super easy. And if I want to buy something, buy digital track, you connect up your PayPal account and it's done. You get an email once you've purchased the track. They send you a link in the email, which allows you to either download the file as an MP3, as a FLAC file, as a WAV file. You can download it in any type of file that you want. Highest quality if you're a bit of an audio file, or if your name's Peter and you're a file. Anyway, so you can put in details, lyrics. You can fill up these pages, which I'll show you how to do all that soon. You can see who's supporting you. You can see people who have purchased things. So these people are you straight away shown. And if I wanted to add this to my wish list, you got a little wish list thing here. I can click that. It'll appear in my little wish list thing. You can follow the artist here. When you follow an artist, let's unfollow for a second and show you what happens when you follow. It pops up with this box. You are now following Hitriani and will receive notification when they release music. Would you also like to join their mailing list? And you can say no thanks or yes, please. So every time Hitriani puts something out here on his community tab, I shall get message because this is, so that's how that will happen. Pretty cool stuff. Really easy to find artists that you know. You just, if you know their name, search for them. As you can see with the search engine too, you have different styles of music. You can browse all, alternative, rock, metal. And when you click metal, man, is there a lot of metal. There is so much metal. And already it's a sight for sore eyes. It just looks like a shitload of really cool metal covers, doesn't it? Nothing censored. And look at this. Vinyl, man. Oh, so good. We'll talk about their their vinyl that they've included. So all the big bands are on here as well. This ain't just, don't get it in your head that this is just indie artists. Creators here, Candlemass are here, right? So this all the big artists are here as well too. It started out as a real indie thing, but everyone's on Bandcamp. Like, it's just an easy way to make a bit of serious money in real time. So that's your search engine. This is your homepage, your splash page, where they'll always put up like upcoming stuff, live streams. This live stream stuff is really interesting. New and notable Bandcamp Daily. So they have this thing called Bandcamp Daily, where everybody tries to get featured on here. So if you can get featured on here, you're doing pretty good. You can grab the app. It's free for Google Play and iOS. And the app is a little bit different. It collects all the stuff. So there's two apps. There's the Bandcamp Artist app and there's the Bandcamp Music app. So all of the stuff that you buy goes in the fan app. And there's, I'm pretty sure, is there two? Am I right? Yes. So there's the two apps, Bandcamp and Artists. So you've got two different apps. This one's to maintain all your artists. This one is to listen to all your music all in one place. Yeah? Cool, McCool. So apparently they're hiring as well. So things must be growing at Bandcamp. That's a good sign. People are buying more music, and that's good. So I'm going to head over to this section here. This is your main kind of options, your settings, where everything is handled. And you can see down here, I have this little section called 5 connected accounts. This is because when you create an artist account, it's its own account by itself. You have to create a password, an email address, and you want them all to be in one account. So you can actually do this and go here. So once you've added all your artists in here, you have the option to go and check out your artists at any time, which is really, really cool. I can hit on Kindercore, take me straight to my Kindercore page where all my releases are. I can go back up here, connected accounts, go to Jade, Starr, DreadCircus. So here's all my stuff. And I've tried to make sure that all of these pages look different from each other. It's one thing I really do like about the pages here at Bandcamp. They're very clean and simple. They kind of remind me of MySpace before dickheads add all the stupid stuff to it. So here's my other band, Despised. Again, this one's all black. Then we've got, who else? What are my other bands? Metheist. Here's Metheist, which has got an actual art behind it with the black. And the last band, of course, is FMC. Oh, there's Utensils as well. So here's FMC, again, black. And Utensils. 5 bands. There is Utensils with all my Utensils albums on here as well. So super cool to be able to just jump over to any of your artists and be able to manipulate them and sort them out. Because the best thing about Bandcamp is if you release something and you stuff something up, it's okay. You can go back and fix it instantly. Like, you don't have to submit things to a distributor and, remove the song from the store and go through all that rigmarole. Bandcamp can be updated at any time. Hello, Princess LDG. So it can be manipulated anytime. You can add bonus artwork 2 months after the thing was released. So it's highly customizable. We are going to sit over here and choose Kindercore because that's what I'm going to be uploading music to today. Now, when you click on your artist page, you'll notice up here there's a edit navigation bar. Up here. This is not what people see. This is only what you see on the backstage area of your Bandcamp artist profile. And this is where you can get down and get dirty and add stuff in here to your page. So you can see I've got my artist name here with the right capitalization. I can choose my Bandcamp URL, so what goes at the front of bandcamp.com. I can also choose my country, and I've just noticed I don't have a website in here, so let's do that. Let's do this HTTP. We want a HTTPS actually, because it's secure. jadestar.com.au/kindercore. We'll remove that H at the front, that capitalized H. And now I've added in my web link. I'd forgotten to do that. You can choose a main genre of music. I've chosen experimental for some reason. I don't know why I've done that, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to hit save. So when you scroll to the bottom, any changes that you make, just hit save. We're all good. Should take me back to my page now. So that link has been added. Good stuff. You can choose genres, so tags. And to do tags, it's pretty cool, yeah? All you got to do is put a comma here and start typing something in. So if I type does it work this way? Yeah. If I type death, it will look for all of the tags that have death in them. And you can see death metal, deathcore, death grind, death metal. So it's really intuitive for that kind of stuff. I'm not sure. I can't remember how many tags you can have in. I think it's 5. Is it? Yeah. So the reason I only have 5. So for your profile, I think you can only have 5. And I think there's a certain number for each release as well. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for doing that. Despised. Right. So you can permanently delete your artist. That's not what we want to do. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So Pro. We'll take a look at Pro soon. There is a paid service called Bandcamp Pro. From my recollection, it's about $10 a month. And you don't really get a lot for it. In my opinion, I don't think so. You get like private streaming, advanced analytics, some stuff like some batch uploading, high Brad example as well. We'll take a closer look at that anyhow. Your PayPal address. So you need to put in your PayPal address. So that's easy. So when you get somebody buys your stuff, bang, normally you get a message saying you've been paid. Good stuff, done. You can choose your dollar amount, how you're getting paid. You have a drink here. Sorry, guys, no coffee today, so boom. All right. Physical goods. So, I don't have a lot of this stuff filled in because I don't have any physical goods. I should do because I have DreadCircus CDs and I can actually add them to this. So shipping from Australia, how much you're going to charge for tax, all this stuff you can do if you have. A lot of us don't have physical products, and I can't see many people watching this will have soon unless you do. You can add a return policy, shipping info. So it's all up to you. If you set up selling your own physical goods, merch, your own T-shirts, stuff you own, this is all up to you. You know, you got to get this stuff out. Bandcamp don't handle any of this. They'll handle the transaction, but there is like a process as well, like PayPal. If you don't send the shit, they're going to come after you. They're going to dispute it and you'll get done over. So that's all on your shoulders. We've got a show navigation bar. So hiding your navigation bar is not recommended for most users. If you hide it, make sure you create a custom header. So this is for you, music discography link, a community link. So you can create a title for your community. You can do that. You can customize that. Your header. Yeah, so your header will link to kindercore.bandcamp.com. I uploaded an image for all of my stuff, so you can upload an image. It does give you the details on how big that should be. Social buttons, mobile stuff for a custom header. So it says here for your mobile. It tells you the size of the image to put up for your header. The home page, you can decide where it goes. So whenever somebody clicks on your home page, your Bandcamp, it either goes to your latest release, it goes to your discography, it goes to your merch grid. You have complete power where it goes. If you've got Google Analytics, you can add in your Google Analytics number. So then there's advertising that will be tracked by Google. It's something I guess a lot of people wouldn't really have. You can display upcoming songs if you use Songkick. I don't use Songkick. I used to. It got really intrusive with ads and bullshit. But you can do that. So if you are a touring artist and you've got Songkick, you would just put in your Songkick URL here, and that will update your page with all your latest tour dates. Just because it's got the link, it will update them as they are updated on Songkick. That's super easy. You can recommend other artists at the bottom of your page. So you can do that as well. You can put a heading of something like other people I want to bonk or whatever you want to put there. And you can put the URL in there and why it's really cool. So you can do that. You can have up to 3 artists that you can add down the bottom to help point people over to other artists. So it keeps this community thing going. And here is this last one. Now, be aware, this, you may see this and go, wow, what a stingy person you are. Unfortunately, this is auto-selected, and I didn't realize this until yesterday. Streaming, limit paid tracks to 3 plays before requiring a purchase. That sucks. That's auto on. I'm going to turn that off. No, I don't want that. So yeah, if you've set a price for your track or your album and that is selected, people can only hear the song 3 times and then they'll get forced to pay for it. That sucks. Hi, Trimmer Bear. So we made a couple of changes there and I'm going to have to save this. So this is your overview of your website, your main page. We'll save that. That's done. That is done. Hi, Robbie Stingle as well. So here is my current page. Now, you can check your dashboard at any time and see how many streams. Now, Kindercore is not something I really promote. So it's not really, not quite. They nag you to pay. Yeah. Well, I don't want to nag people. But nagging is, you know what nagging forces people to do? It forces people to fuck off and not check out your music. So there you go. So you've got a dashboard here. Now this is an artist I don't really focus on a lot because it's Kindercore. Like basically I use this just to use on the show to use DAWs to make music, DAWs that I've never used before. Everything that gets released on here, you know, it's not really a band I focus on too much. So you can see here, so I clicked on the dashboard and this tells you how many people are following your music. Yeah, so you can see when you got a follower, when they joined up. Hi, Feisty Feather. You can get some new followers if you want. This tells you how many plays you've had, how many sales you've had today. So you can do all that kind of stuff. You can click on this and break stuff down further, do all of that. Sales, you can break down as well. Again, I don't really push this particular band at all. It's kind of just floating in the background for me. I call it the red-headed stepchild that I beat in the corner and don't feed or give it any air because it's just Kindercore. So that's just, you've got your basic breakdown of streaming and all that kind of stuff. You get a more detailed section in your stats here. As you can see, there's a more detailed version. You can go through sales, sources. You get a map of where people are buying your stuff. Now, I do believe this map is only available when you use Bandcamp Pro. So it is only a Bandcamp Pro thing. You can see this is clearly not my music here because I've had 32,000 clicks. Of course. So how do we add things? Add is your friend. This is where you can add a new album, a new track, merch, or a live stream. We click on album. So the album and track, they're both a little bit different from each other because you get the option to add tracks. And now I know a lot of people who open this normally get a little bit confused because it isn't very clear all the time, and sometimes I get a bit lost. But here we are with our album, and for some reason on iOS, some clickable things don't work. The first thing you're going to want to do if you're making an album is upload some art. And as you can see, I'm clicking on this and it's not doing anything. This is extremely frustrating because that should be, there we go. It worked finally after a bunch of clicks. Here you would find your album artwork. That's not the one I want. It would be something like, where is the album artwork? Boom. It uploads your album artwork. It's all pretty straightforward if this was an album. So there is my album artwork. I would need an album name. Yeah, so this would be Gospel of Hate. Done. And you can see it all updates in real time. Really nice. Updates beautifully as you're typing in here. You can choose a release date. If I was doing this, I would choose the same release date as I'd probably do it on here. For today's date, we'll do that. So you can fill in your date. You can decide your pricing. Now you've got this little link here that tells you what pricing's the best for me. It gives you a little guide. If you click on it, it opens up in another page. It tells you a little bit about pricing. So it just gives you an idea of what they suggest. Yeah, totally up to you if you want to go with their suggestions. It depends. Like, I would normally say if I was selling a song for $1 and there were 8 songs on an album, then I'd sell the songs individually for $1 and the album for $5. Because you want to encourage people to buy the album. You know, so you obviously would make the album a little bit cheaper than buying individual singles. That's the way I work. If you don't want to work that way, you don't work that way. It's totally up to you. But you also have, see you later, Tom, the option here to put in $0, like so, and select let fans pay what they want. And people can pay what they want. And that works a lot better in most cases, yeah? That works a lot better. Because not everybody can afford stuff. So you've got the absolute flexibility and freedom to do this. Total freedom. If people, I like this one here, require email address if enter 0. So at least if somebody doesn't pay anything, you've got their email address. And then you can send them nude pictures. Yeah? In the middle of the night. And stalk them with nude pictures. Yeah. Nude pictures. All right, anyway. So you can do that. Now you'll see under here, you have 200 free downloads this month. What is that? We'll cover that because it's important to understand exactly how your 200 free codes that you get work. Because there's no point handing out codes to people if they can't cash them in. Yeah. You can see here it tells you that your payments, where they're going to go. So I have my PayPal account set up here. So we know they're going to go there. That's cool. Let's add a track. Easy. You just head over here, add a track. So wherever there's a link, like a little colored link, that's normally what you can click on to do things with. It tells you you've got a 600 megabyte maximum, WAV, AIF, or FLAC. You don't want to be uploading MP3s. Don't upload MP3s, people. Don't do it. Just don't upload MP3s. Make sure they are WAV, AIF, or FLAC files. Yes? Because it won't let you upload MP3. So if we add a track, I can choose a file here, head over to Audio Share where my files are saved. And we've got Kindercore Master Von. We'll go with this one actually. And it will upload the track. Real time, Beautifully done, uploading, sweet as you like. And the beautiful thing is you can go over here and start typing while it's uploading. Gospel of Hate. You don't have to sit there and wait for it to upload. You can just start adding information. And you'll notice now that it's uploading a track, it's presented us with a slightly different screen here because I'm going to release it today, Hippie. I'm doing it now, actually. I'm doing it now. Well, not this example. This is an album. So you can see that track just uploaded. But the difference is when I click here, this is the album information. When I click here, I'll zoom in a bit so you can see. All right, so here's our album information. And now we've got a track here. When I click on this track, it gives us a separate little side panel. So you've got information for the album if you scroll down, and you've got information for each individual track here, yeah? So for the album, we've decided the amount, it's 0, whatever. You get to choose an artist name, you leave it blank. It's the same as the artist. You can write some stuff about your album. You can write some credits. I wrote this, blah, blah, blah. You can add some tags in here. So I think in here, there's a limit to the tags that you can add. I can't remember the number, but it does stop after a certain amount. You can have quite a few. And again, you can see here, I've already got some tags that are listed. So whatever I'm adding to this, we'll just add on to these ones that are already in my profile that I set up, which you saw earlier. So we can put I wonder if there's a satanic panic. Satanic. Let's add satanic. We've got an album UPC EAN code. What is that? I'm sure a lot of you have come up against this and gone, I don't understand. What is this? What is this thing we are talking about? UPC EAN code. I'm going to show you. Not with this particular song because the UPC/EAN code is something that you're provided when you release an album through a distribution service. So if I head over to DistroKid here and go to one of my albums, what do we do? Find an album here. So FMC. And you'll see up the top here, is it for only singles? Is it for albums or singles as well? I can't remember. No, it is UPC. So it does have a UPC code. So here we go. Look at that. Oops. See up here, DK UPC. This is a UPC code. I can copy this from my digital distribution, go back over to Bandcamp, and I can put in this code if I like. You don't have to. And it has now connected the song, the album, to my digital distribution. So it's a smart thing to do. You want all this to be tied together. You want it to be able to track people's listening habits. Plus, so that's pretty much all you need to do. There's catalog numbers, really not much sales reporting for that kind of stuff. But now if we go back up here to the first track on the album and we scroll down, there's something different down here. We see this called Track ISRC. When you release music digitally, we go back over here to DistroKid. Here's my track, which is waiting to be released on DistroKid. And if I scroll down, you'll see over here, ISRC code. Now, this is a code that gets tied to your track. So if I move distribution labels, I can actually decide to keep this. Yeah, I can keep this code and I can move it to another label. And I can copy it right now, like so. And now I can go over to Bandcamp and I can put that code in here. So now that song is, that code is linked from my DistroKid into my Bandcamp account. And you would have to go through and put in the code for every track that's on your album. Yeah. So let's just go through the details here. So because what's really cool here, just let's backpedal a bit. Here is our album. When we click on here, here is our first track. Now you can go into each track and set an individual track pricing too. Yeah. So if I wanted to sell these at $1, this is where I would do it, 1.00. If I wanted to go back to the album and make the album $10, yeah, or $5, I can do that. And with each individual track, you can set a price. So now if I wanted to add another track, right, before I do that, sorry, jumping ahead, you can put information about the track, lyrics if you like. So you can add your lyrics in there. You can add some credits if you want. You can do your artwork. You can have individual artwork for each single as well. So if you've got different artwork per single, you can add artwork here as well, and it won't affect the overall album. It's really cool. It really is cool, all the things you can do. You've got a whole bunch of options for copyright, Creative Commons, all this stuff. Most of the time you're just going to be selecting all rights reserved. And you can set a release date. Plus, you can set bonus tracks as well. And you can add bonus things in here as well, which is really cool. So this is an album. Now, I've only added one track here. Now, just say I decide, I need to get some artwork. I need to get some more information. And you're halfway through doing this. What's really nice is at any time you can save as draft. Down here we have save as draft. I can click this and it's now saved as a draft. So I can head back to my Kindercore page. And here's the Kindercore page, and you'll see down here we've got this little album that's not released yet, that's down here, set as a draft. Nobody can see this. This is my page. And then if I click on it, I can come back. Here's what it looks like so far. So I've got a preview of how it's looking so far. Anything that I've written in here, the copyright, all this kind of stuff, how much it's going to cost. If I click on the song, it should take me to the song is $1. So you got a good preview of what everything's looking like. And then I can go up and go back to editing if I want. Or if I don't like the whole thing, I can just do this and delete. Goodbye. So you can delete any album at any time too that you have released. So I can click on this here. And you'll notice in your little section, you've got edit and delete. At any time, you can go in to your songs that have already been released. You can update things. You can add new information. You can add bonus tracks. You can do all this kind of stuff. And yeah, it's really sweet. So what we're going to do now is release this single. Let's do that. Let's add this single, get it up online, release it, get it done. And then we'll run through linking accounts. We'll talk about live streaming, adding merchandise, and this feature, which has been around for a few years now. It started, this is Create Vinyl with Bandcamp. A lot of us probably won't use this because it's pretty hard to get enough people over to do this. But the way it works, we'll cover it in a second. So let's release this song. Boom. Alrighty. We are releasing, instead of an album, which is what we were just looking at, we're just releasing a track. So let's do it. Let's release this track. Let's do this artwork again. Select artwork. We'll try again. Keep clicking until it works. There we go. We got it. iOS and this. Good times. Here's our artwork. That is uploaded. It's already got our name there. So Kindercore. The track is called Gospel of Hate. We're selling it for $1, or we'll let fans pay what they want. So we've got that checked as well. Is this on iPad? This is, you can do this on anything. But I'm on an iPad right now. Yeah, I'm on an iPad right now. But you can do this on your Mac or your PC. It's just a website. Just a website. So we need to add some audio when we do this over here. Let's find the track. I'm just going to check which track I am going to use. So I think we're going to go with this one. Cool. Yeah, I forgot to mention at the top of the show that the DistroKid app finally came out today. I have had the DistroKid app for like 4 months and been using it. It's been in beta forever, but today it finally dropped. So if you don't have it, trust me, it's worth your while. It's cool. DistroKid. Is it out here? Or is it not out? I thought it was out. There it is. DistroKid. Boom. So, yeah, I've been on the beta for ages. As you probably would tell, I did a show on it. I released a track using the app. I think I released, was it the last Kindercore song? I can't remember what I released. But there it is. So it's out. It works really good. It's great for uploading songs. It's really simple to use. There's, not all the fancy stuff is in it. So you can't like make videos and do all the fancy extras that you get. So that's not in there. But just the basic necessities that you need is all in there. And go get it. It's free. It says in-app purchases. But that's just, so you can sign up your plans in there as well too. And you may have noticed there. Is it different? No. So, yeah, you've got labels. So you can sign up from there as well too, I expect. All right, back over to Bandcamp. Go download that if you're a DistroKid user. Okay, so we need to upload our song. I'm going to choose a song from here. And it was this one, the Kindercore Mixdown Master 1. It is. It is. God, when did I... Yeah. Should I talk about that now, Si? Yes. The plans are going up for DistroKid. Don't get upset. All things go up, don't they? From what I do know is the basic plan is going up to $22.95. There you go. Heard it straight from the horse's mouth. That news just came through to me this morning before the show. All plans are going up somewhat, but that is for new customers at this point. Okay? Just so you know, for new customers at this point. That's all the info I can give you right now. I haven't really read much more about it, but yeah. Man, everything is going up, isn't it? You can't even get eggs in America. It's the world, man. All right, let's get back to this. So, about this track. I don't know. What do we write about this track? This new Kindercore track was recorded using N-Track Studio Pro as for a series on how to app on iOS. The lyrics, do I have the lyrics? Let me check if I've got the lyrics. I'll just put you on me for a second because I don't want to open up a notepad with sensitive information. Here's the Kindercore lyrics. So we'll copy these lyrics and bang them into the DistroKid section. Sweet. We've got our lyrics here. Let's paste these in. I may have to remove the verses. Middle. There we go. We'll remove these choruses. And the spacing a bit. Cool. There's the lyrics. I don't know if it's available on Android yet. I know it's on iOS. Okay, track credits. Let's see here. What do we do? Vocals. I'll just put Jade, Starr, vocals, guitar, keys, drums, and everything. There we go. That'll do. Now, for about this track, what I'm also going to do is just scoot over to the original Kindercore page. Let me just go over here to Kindercore Bandcamp. And what I tend to do is go in and copy some of the information that I've previously used because it's much easier to do that. So in here, I can copy this previous stuff and then go over to, it just makes it a little bit easier to do about this track. I think that was in about this track. Let's remove this. So this second single, so this is the third single from the Kindercore Project 2023. Kindercore, what it's about. This track deals with the evil that hides in plain sight from evangelical preachers to the religious hate that is and has always been aimed at minority groups and focuses on their hate and love and greed. Cool. That'll do there. I'm just going to scoot back over to the other track and see what we've got here. All the music on this was, yeah, so we'll copy this. Copy all of this. Just change a few words in it. How it was made. The spelling mistake there. All the music on the third single. This is the boring bit. Gospel of Hate was written and recorded using N-Track Studio Pro on iOS over 6 episodes, 6 live streams. Nice slow cursor there. 6 live streams. There we go. And we can put the link in for the playlist. So I'm just going to head over, find the playlist here. Create, record, release, 6 videos. So this is the playlist of how the song was created on YouTube. We'll copy this link and we'll paste it in here. Done. So there's our description. That's all done. Track credits. Again, I'm going to head over to what I have over here. So you can see we've got track credits. I think it starts at Welcome to the Playground. Let's have a look. We'll edit this and see how it's set up. See, this is what's really cool. You can go in here and see how you've organized stuff. So we can go in and copy all of this. Copy and put this all in here. Makes much more sense. Again, why do I copy and paste all this stuff? I just want it to look like it's all neat and it makes sense, like it all, is uniform. What's the date today? It is the 15th here in Australia. So look at that. Almost a year ago, I released the last track. That's pretty cool. 5 days off, 2023. And we can go down here, change the date, 2023. My email address, 2023. And that's it. That's good. Now, if we scroll down, I'm going to leave the tags as they are. And we need our ISRC code. So that can be found on DistroKid. Here it is. Copy. And we can add that in to our little space. Paste. Done. Release date. It is month 03. 15th here in Australia. And 23. Done. So that's pretty much all the information I do believe I need. And we are good to release this song. That's going to be it. We can hit save draft. I've got my track. I've got my artwork. I can check for spelling later as long as the thing goes up. That's cool. Save draft. It's done. We can have a look at the draft. We can have a look at what this looks like. Looks neat. It's got the lyrics in there. It's got the released date. All is cool. And then we can decide to release it by heading back to our... Let's hit play, see if it sounds all right. Sweet. Go back to edit. And that's it. It's done. It's ready to hit publish. This is how easy it is to release music with Bandcamp. Tells you where your payments are going. It's now published. And I can go back and change it whenever I like. So if we go now to the home page of Kindercore, boom, we got 3 tracks showing there. Nice and simple. That is how you release music on Bandcamp. Lovely jubbly, yeah? So if you're not releasing music on Bandcamp, I don't know, you're crazy because it's super easy to do and you may actually get some money back, which is, a thing as a musician which is like unheard of. Really? See you later, Mark Bro. Mark Bro. All right. What else do we need to do? So I need to go in here and we're going to go over to my Jade Starr account. So my main account here. I need to remember where everything is. Oh, thanks, Jeff, if you own it. That's very nice of you. Yeah, money. What's that? Who needs money? What is money? Whatever. Yeah, I can see it. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Thanks, Jeff. Very cool of you. I don't know if you're going to be able to play that song on your show, though. It's a little bit religious. So, what else do I need to do? All right. I want to talk about page design, tools, all this kind of stuff here. We're on Kindercore at the moment, so let's go into tools. So I went up here, and so you know what's going on. Tools, yeah. This is where you can generate codes, and we need to talk about this because last week I watched Jeff do a giveaway on his channel for, whose album was it? It was Frank Turzo. And you were throwing codes into the chat going, boom, here's some codes for you. Boom, here's some codes for you. Boom. You're telling everybody to go to his homepage, and that's not how it works. You can't cache the codes in there. There is a magical link that you have to provide to cache in the codes that you generate. Yeah, there actually is a place that you can go. So within this Artist Tools page, you can download, you can view your payment summaries. He lets you do what you want. Fuck off. So you can actually get sales reports in CSV files. So you can download those if using spreadsheets and stuff. So you can do all that, which is cool. Hey, what's going on, Gary Hubs? You can manage your physical orders if you're sending out CDs and all that kind of stuff. You can go in here, and I'm not doing that, so I can't really show you much about that. Track album codes. Boom. Campaign tracking and discount codes. So the way it is, let's explain. Let's read what it says. It's probably the best way to do it. These are unique codes that fans can redeem for digital track or album, giving them unlimited streaming via the Bandcamp app, as well as high-quality downloads. Generate codes for any of your music on Bandcamp, then send them out via email or print them up and bundle them up with your merch. Your account comes with 200 codes. If you need more, you can either buy them by clicking the Get More link below, or you can earn more by selling. We will add 1,000 codes for every $500 in sales. Fans can redeem their codes by visiting, see that link? You must go to this particular link to cash in your code. And it is band specific. So if I wanted to cash in a code from Frank Terzo, it would be https frankterzo.bandcamp.com/yum. Every one of the links ends in yum. If it was Kindercore, it would be kindercore.bandcamp.com/yum. If it was Gary Hubs, it'd be garyhubs.bandcamp.com/yum. And when you get to that, if I click on it, this is what happens. It takes you to not the artist page, it takes you to the redeem page. And this is where you can put in your tasty code right there. And you put in your code, and here you can add it to your collection or join the Kindercore fan club. Yeah. So that is how you do it. Now, all artists, as it says, gets 200 codes. You get 200 of them. And that's a lot. That's a lot. Like, I've still got codes from one of my albums that I generated like 4 years ago. Trust me, 200 codes is a lot. So how I did it when I generate my codes is I'll generate them. It will give you a spreadsheet of those codes. And then I will either save the spreadsheet to my desktop or wherever, or I'll copy them into a notepad. And every time I give out a code, I'll put a little X next to it, or I'll highlight it with a yellow marker in Excel. Yeah, so you got to keep track of what you're giving out because it can be a bitch. So yeah, you can, and here you can generate some codes. You put in your quality, the quantity, and generate your codes, and it'll tell you how many codes you've actually generated, how many are redeemed. As you can see, I've done nothing for Kindercore so far, but for DreadCircus, I've done several of them, which is really cool. And you're able to, I do believe there's no expiry date on them because I've had some for years and they're still working. So from what I know, there's no expiry date, which is cool. You know, that's another cool thing about Bandcamp. So we're kind of going to skip over this because Bandcamp Pro, so just use that link. Yeah, so the link, right? See this? See this link here? So, for example, those codes, right? That's true as well, Russ. So Russ has a point. I'll get back to you, hippie. So Russ has a point here. That's not a lot of codes for a big band, but it is really because a big band is probably going to be selling $500 of music and getting 1,000 every time they do so. So this isn't really going to, be a problem for a big band. But for bands like us, independent little guys, 200's nice, And, it depends on how many you want to give away. So I think they're really cool to put on business cards or things like that. Anyway, so I'll show you an example, Jeff. So see how this link is Kindercore, Bandcamp, Yum. If I create a new page here and I go HTTPS, and I put in Frank Terzo dot, oh look, it's already come up for me. Bandcamp.com/yum.
Boom.
So that's it. So you just need to have the artist name, how they're listed on Bandcamp. But the thing is, when the artist generates the codes, they're sent an email with a download to let them know that they've got the codes, and they're given that link. So the artist should be giving out that link to people who they're handing codes out to, right? So this is the way I would do it. So if I wanted to do the same thing, as I said, for Gary Hubs, I'm pretty sure he's just Gary Hubs. Let's try it. Gary Hubs. There you go. Enter code. Super simple. I hope that's cleared it up for you, because, you know, it was part of the reason I'm doing this show, Jeff, was for you, because I was watching you throw out those codes on the show going, oh, man, nobody can cash them in. What's going on?
Boom, boom, boom.
So, you can also do discount codes as well. So if you don't want to give away the stuff for free, you can generate discount codes as well. Discount codes let you offer fans discount for their purchases. You can generate codes here, distribute them however you like, Twitter, email, word of mouth, and let fans enter the code during checkout. Let's hit more info. How do I set up discount codes? So here we go. Discount codes, offer fan, blah, 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 blah. You can name your code. You can choose the discount amount. You can decide which items are eligible for this. You can choose an expiration date. And you can click generate on these and you've got your codes. So you can offer a discount as well with that section there. I'm not sure how many you get. I should have really checked. Why can't I create a discount? Oh, you can't. Yeah, I love this question here. Why can't I create a discount code for 100% off? That's because I give you the free ones, dickhead. Yeah, there you go. So that, as I said, the help page does have a lot of really good help for answering a lot of these questions. Campaign tracking. So this again is for things like Bandcamp Pro. If you're running campaigns, we'll talk about that. So if you're releasing vinyl or something like that, you can actually follow campaigns. I'm not going to talk about Bandcamp Pro. I don't use it. There's discount codes, track album codes, private streaming. Let's talk about private streaming. I haven't done it yet. Also, before we get there, we'll jump ahead down here and download credits. Your Bandcamp comes with 200 downloads per month of tracks, albums that you're giving away, meaning you've set them up for free. Okay, so be aware of this. Just be aware. So, comes with 200 downloads per month of tracks or albums that you're giving away, meaning you've set them for free or you let a fan price with no minimum amount. So, once each month, we look at your download credits, and if you have less than 200 remaining, we will bump them up to 200. So if you are offering music for free, you've got a 200 limit that people can buy at that price, because they actually want you to, everyone wants to make some money from this, but they will bump them up, and it gives you a date of when your next bump up is coming. So these are different than codes, giveaway codes, right? So just be aware of it. It's worth noting, yes? I want to talk about now this. Let's talk about this while we're here. So I did say this was going to go a while today. We want to cover as much as possible. This really probably isn't going to affect many of us, but it's nice to know this is here. Bandcamp offer a service to release vinyl. You can release vinyl and they will do pretty much everything for you. But it works the same way that you would do a what's that? I can't think of the service. It's like a campaign pledge, right? So you would put up, I want to release this album on vinyl. This is how much I want you to pledge. And if you don't get enough pledges by the end of the campaign, then the album doesn't get made. All right. So it's like Kickstarter. That's the word I was trying to think of. So you pick an album, pick a release that you've uploaded, digital release. Then you design your record cover. You make your track list, your record, the vinyl color, the jacket style. You finalize your goal campaign. That's the amount Bandcamp needs to produce, the minimum run of 250 records, plus the amount you need to cover your expenses like vinyl mastering and package design, because you've got to come up with all that too. You set your pledge levels, so they'll walk you through that to set pledge levels to make sure you get enough money. So, and people, you can set like $35. You can have tiers. So you could have like so here it says $20 you pledge, and you could have another tier of $35 plus you get a poster, or $60 plus you get something signed, or you can do that. So it's very much like Kickstarter. And then people pledge and say, I want to buy this album. I want to buy this album. The money isn't taken from the pledges' accounts until the campaign either reaches its goal, and then everybody who's pledged has their money deleted and the album goes into production. But if the campaign doesn't get enough pledges, the campaign ends and nobody's been charged. We automatically notify followers and provide tools to share your campaign on social media. You have a month, 30 days to reach your goal. If you reach the goal, you've got vinyl, and they do it. And apparently, from what I have read from people who've done them, the turnover's like really quick, super, super quick. It's probably not going to apply to us because we're not making that much money. I don't know if any of us have enough fans to do it. But you also, so you need a minimum of 250 records to start. I'm not sure because this is an interesting thing too. Mastering is a completely different thing for vinyl. And I'm sure there wouldn't be a lot of people who'd know this. If you're mastering now for digital releases, you would have to master the album for vinyl. You have to go back to take all those songs and remaster them. Totally different. Because the way vinyl works and the way the needle sits in the grooves of the vinyl, if you release something that you've mastered digitally with a whole lot of bass in it, and the needle goes into the groove of the album with all that bass, the needle's going to just fly out of the grooves. You have to master for vinyl totally different sonics. If you just send in a master of a digital song, it would sound like dog shit. So that's something you need to be aware of. And probably, the best place to learn about that too is YouTube, of course, because people talk. You can find anything on YouTube. All manufacturing costs, shipping and fulfillment to fans who pledge. So you've got all of that. Payment and processing costs. But look, it's probably something we're not going to do. But let me just go back here. So you can see this person, Ancestral Recall, did a vinyl campaign. All they needed was $7,150. I say that, all they needed. They made 10 grand, 141% funded. So I think what happens too is if you make more money than what the pledge needs, is they end up giving you more copies of the vinyl. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can read about that. The other thing too, so you can see this was 2 tiers that they ran for this campaign, $33. And this is just for a 12-inch. This isn't even a full album, and a $85 was a signed test pressing, because I do believe you get a number of test pressings. So it looks like they got 10 test pressings. So, yeah. And the other thing you've got to think of when doing vinyl is how to organize the tracks on the vinyl, because, you know, it's only holds so many tracks. This is a double vinyl, this one. So, yeah, look, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool feature to have, to be able to do this. I reckon it's ace. I would love to use it. That would be wicked. Let's talk about also this. We'll go back over here to add. Zoom out of here. Add, because this is new. Live streaming. You can now live stream on Bandcamp. You can create ticketed events. I have not done this. I'm very interested to do this. I would love to give this a trial. Maybe we will do this here on the channel and try something like this. So you can create a stream title and a date and a start time and an end time and a time zone. You can decide how much you want to charge per ticket. So this is a ticketed event, and it's, again, once it's all linked to your PayPal. So every time someone buys a ticket, it goes straight over to your PayPal. You can design the ticket. Yeah. Pretty neat. You can add an image of the event ticket, so you can go in with your Photoshop or whatever graphic design you use and actually make a ticket. That's pretty cool. And set that up. Now, because I'm not doing this, I don't think I can skip through, but let's see if we can click on these. I don't think we can click on them. But it looks like you can set up options of, I guess, you know, what it's all going to connect to. And I did read in the help file that you can use OBS or, you know, so that's pretty cool. You can connect straight to OBS. I'm not sure if you can use it through a YouTube stream, possibly, like Patreon does. You can set up a merch table as well. So while you're performing, you'll be able to have merch show up. I don't know if there's an image of this happening. And you can set up a test stream and publish. I don't know. Let's see if we can find a band. If I can spell, that would help. Do a Bandcamp live stream image, maybe. Oh, here we go. Look at that. So look at that. That looks pretty cool. So you've got chat over here on the side. Here's your shot of the band playing. And down the bottom, you've got merch with all your albums. Pretty damn cool. And it is free. So today we're announcing Bandcamp Live, a new ticketed streaming service that makes it easy for artists to perform, connect with their fans directly, support the artists they love. Bandcamp Live, simple to set up. If you've never streamed before, it's fully integrated with the rest of Bandcamp. It has several benefits. We automatically notify your fans when you announce a show. It's easy to buy tickets. So many people already have Bandcamp account, have saved credit card or whatever you pay with. Bandcamp Live also features optional chat where your fans can discuss the show. You can choose moderators, engage with your community. Purchases from the merch table appear in the chat, driving more sales. Pricing is completely transparent. We don't pretend our ticketing service is free. So there is a 10% fee on each ticket that you sell. So this looks like it came about during the pandemic that they rolled this out, and they've just kept it going. Pretty neat, huh? Who would have knew that was going on? A more streamlined thing to do. You can make things seem a little bit more special than just a YouTube thing. There's something to be said about creating scarce availability. Making things special. I try and talk about this a lot on the channel. That sometimes I feel like people release so much music, right? Like every week. There's some artists around our community that release a song every week, and it's that's great that you're able to make that much stuff, but sometimes you release so much stuff that it gets lost. It just gets swept away. And not enough artists take more time to release things and create that false scarcity that this is something special. Like, I want you to pay attention to this. I want to build up like I'm wanking and there's a cum at the end, there's an ejaculation at the end of it. Instead of just releasing a song every fucking week to have something out there, there's two trains of thoughts you can go by this, where this live streaming thing, creating tickets, building up to it, this is the way you create this false scarcity and make something seem more special than what it is. And it will most of the time turn out more special than just another YouTube stream. How cool is that? You probably walk away with a little image of a ticket for that particular show. You could drop the prices of your material, release some kind of merch or whatever. The possibilities are endless, I think. So another cool thing that you can do with Bandcamp. Let's also click. Let me get back over here. We only got a couple of more things, I think, to run through. Now I'll let you all go. I know this has gone extremely long, but I don't want to do another one of these shows again for a long time. So let's just get all this shit out the way. When we hit add up here as well, too, there's not only a live stream, but there's merch. Now remember, this is merch you control. This is your shit, right? You have to own this stuff, and this is all your responsibility. So your location, 10% charge, tax. Of course we do that, GST. And once you fill that in at the start, now you can start collecting merch, start setting up merch. So if you've got an album, you've already generated a CD, a compact disc, boom. You can set up a compact disc, select an existing album. So you can do that, select an existing album. You can create a new album. So if I was on DreadCircus, I could go in here and add a DreadCircus album. Now, I don't have any albums here. Maybe if I head over to DreadCircus, let's do DreadCircus and do add merch. 10%. Select CD, because I actually do have CDs. Now, see, because I've released albums on my DreadCircus Bandcamp, I can select gender optimized, which I have tons of physical CDs. And you can write in here what it is, a limited edition compact disc, or just description, when it was made, whatever you want. You can put in some images in here just by clicking, adding your images. So you could put in the whole booklet if you've got them all separated and all that stuff. What did I miss a question? Wonder if they allow you to watch a concert from tape later on. I would expect that. We can see. Where's the help? If we go to help, Bandcamp help. Where's our help? Help. If we type live streaming replay. I missed some of all the... See how good their help is? Pretty good. Never fear. If the artist chooses, you'll receive an email with a replay link. 1 hour after the live stream is over. The replay will be active for 48 hours. I've answered your question. And I gather you could probably even, as the artist, go in there and copy, screen record it, and then upload it to YouTube later on and do another premiere. Try and make some more money from it, I guess. You know, you gotta think like this sometimes as a struggling artist. So yeah, you could put in all the pages of your booklet here for your physical CD. Yeah, put in your pricing, so $25 Australian, whatever. Let fans choose what they want. Orders ship out in so many days. Remember, this is all up to you. You've got to be on top of this. Shipping begins here. For outside shipping, so you've got outside shipping, inside Australia shipping, quantity remaining in Australia. So you could put a scarcity thing in here. You could say there's only 20 copies and make it really rare when in fact you've got 100 of them sitting there. You can do all that kind of stuff. Options, T-shirts. So not only are you doing albums here, You're doing T-shirts. You can do whatever. And you can see down here, it says it includes a digital copy of the album as well. You've got your UPC EAN code, which we looked at before, which you can get from your digital provider. Or even if you've released a CD, you can get a UPC EAN code. So you can do that without releasing digitally. I have it on, I don't think I have a DreadCircus CD nearby to show you. Maybe do I? No, I don't think I do. I have a UA. So UA is the code. It's a barcode essentially. Do I have a copy? Let me see if I can grab one. Hang on. Oh, I've still got the mic on. You can hear me as I go through the back of my studio. Let's see. Do I have a copy of my album here? La 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 la. You know what? Let's just go through my house. I'll be right back. I'm just walking through my house into my bedroom. Do we have a copy of my CD somewhere? Here we go. I love having a wireless microphone. Stop in, go to the toilet. All right. Okay. So just to prove, when you release a physical album, you can create a UPC EAN code yourself. You can pay for it. Here it is here. Zoom in. Oops. Zoom in over here. There it is here. So this album was released back in 2007. And I had to physically pay for one of these things. So I can use this now to track for this actual physical CD. So when this CD was in the shops and you ran a scanner on it, it would actually come up with the name of the album and all that kind of stuff, which is really cool. Good stuff. So you can release albums. Let's go to merch. What other merch can we do? Let's check the whole list of merch. Why did it not give me the list? We'll go back. Add merch. Oh, it's only giving me an album now. I don't know why that. Oh, it's because I'm not finished. I need to cancel this, don't I? Yep. Cancel. Cancel. Boom. Right. So when we hit merch, that's better. Oh, it's still doing it. What the hell? I don't know how to get it to go back to mugs. It had vinyl, all that kind of stuff. Let's try a different artist. We'll go to Metheist. I'll send you 3 codes. Sure, I'll send you 3 codes. I'll do it after the show, hippie, if that's all right. Is that cool with you? Again, maybe I have to. This is why I do it here. I'm doing it all wrong, guys. I'm a dickhead. It's all good. So here's where you do it. So look at all the stuff you can do: compact disc, cassettes, vinyl, 2x vinyl LP, 7-inch vinyl box set, other vinyl, T-shirts, sweaters, hoodies, hats, other apparel, DVDs, USB flash drives. No, now, why, Jeff? What? Why? What's happening? I'm trying to do a show here. Fucking hell. I want to get out of here. I've got to go to the hospital, mate. Jesus Christ. I've got blood tests to do. Anyway. Right. So where am I up to? You've lost me now. Oh, that's what I want to show you before we get out of here is, where are we? Settings. Settings. So this is important. Fan. I think this is where you do it. No, is this not where I do it? I'm trying to find where I add my connected accounts. So what we did here was, here is my fan account. So if ever I want to go back to my fan account, here it is. Yeah? But down here in settings, this is where you connect your accounts. This is really important. So if we scroll, we've got our details here, fan details, credit card, how you're paying for things. Connected accounts. This is where you add your individual artists, right? So you can create a new. So if I created a brand new artist account today, I would be able to add them in here. So I can do that. But I currently have all of these connected. They're all connected. Connect accounts below to another fan artist, so I can do that. I can invite other people, all that kind of stuff. So you can connect your accounts all into one place, and that means you end up having connected accounts here that you can skip between and check out and see how they're all doing individually. So that's cool. I think I've covered everything. Page design. So we're on Meteist at the moment. So here's where you change your colors for the look of your page, your link colors, background colors, navigational bars, background. You can add an image. So I have an image here for my Meteist one. You can see if we jump over to like DreadCircus, we've got a whole different color scheme with this one. You can see my page design here. I don't have a background. So all of that. I think I've covered nearly everything with this today. I think we're all good. Help is your friend. Trust me. Help is definitely your friend to find out more info. What I will do is, can I do this? Let's do this to wrap out the show. Kindercore. Is that just for artist pages? Yeah, absolutely. That is when I go to my, all you can really change for your normal page is just this. You can add in some info, and you can, I think I covered it at the start of the show, where you could add, so you can add in these images, your photo. Where did we do that? It was in here. Page design or profile. I can't remember. We covered it at the start, Jeff. Yep, we covered that. Page design. So here. Oh, no, that's for that. I did cover it at the start. Now I can't remember. There's too much information that I've had to go through today. So we did cover it at the start. It was somewhere on this page. Somewhere, or wherever. Man, I need to get the hell out of here. I haven't eaten in 12 hours. I've been fasting because I have to go to the hospital after this and go give over my urine, give over my blood, and who knows what's coming next. So that is Bandcamp. The last thing I was going to do is do this. I'll put this up for you. There we go. So the new Kindercore album is now available on Bandcamp if you want to get that. It does release, I think, tomorrow on all the streaming services. And the video clip it's not a video clip, it's just a video. It dropped on my YouTube channel. So that's out now. The next thing I'm going to actually be working on is a DreadCircus song called Me and My Brain that I've been doing with Cold Acre. So that'll be the next song we work on. Plus, we're going to start doing a video clip for the Kindercore song, possibly next week. I should let you know what's coming up tomorrow on the show. We are going to be recording a death metal track in 30 minutes tomorrow on the show using Nembrini's brand new brutal metal EN Hardball plugin. So I'm going to try and create a death metal song in 30 minutes with this brutal amp. And then we've got a special show coming up at the end of this week. It is my 100th interview. And who better to have on than my first interview, Pete Johns. So come and spend some time with me and Pete. We'll be talking all about like everything. You can ask us questions. It'll be a load of fun. It is sponsored by DistroKid, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of talk about DistroKid. Price changes, new app is out, new mastering service on DistroKid. because we're the two DistroKid lovers and we'll be together. Loving DistroKid. All right, guys, that is what's happening. Thanks for hanging out. I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm sure there's some things that I've missed, but Bandcamp is the schnizzle. Put your music out there. You may make a few dollars and really enjoy yourself with music. Don't make it all about the money. Just keep making music for your fun, enjoyment, having a good time. If you focus on all that money and stuff, you're just going to get depressed and bitter and angry, and it's not worth it. Yeah? I don't care about making money from music because I never do. All right. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for all your support. Thank you, Jeff, for wishing me well with the doctors. It's going to need a miracle. All right. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And remember, we'll all rise together. What do the pigeons say? Let's do the music.
We'll all rise together, 'cause you make me shine better, and we'll all rise together. You make me shine better. When the night is cold and lonely, we all shine together.